Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Management Room. In this video, we are looking at Introduction to Management. Management is a universal phenomenon. It's a very popular and widely used term. All organizations, business, political, cultural, or social are involved in management because it is management that helps and directs the various efforts towards a definite purpose. According to Daft and Masick, management is the attainment of organizational goals in the effective and efficient manner through planning, organizing, leading and controlling organizational resources. According to Stoner Freeman, management is a process of planning, organizing, leading and controlling the work of organizational members and of using all available resources to reach stated organizational goals. According to Harold Kuntz, management is an art of getting things done through and with the people in formally organized groups. It is an act of creating an environment in which people can perform and individuals can cooperate towards attainment of group goals. According to F.W. Taylor, management is an act of knowing what to do, when to do, and see that it is done in the best and cheapest way. Management is a purposive activity. It is something that directs group efforts towards the attainment of certain predetermined goals. It's the process of working with and through others to effectively achieve the goals of the organization by efficiently using limited resources in the changing world. Management involves creating an internal environment. It is the management which puts into use the various factors of production. Therefore, it is the responsibility of management to create such conditions which are conducive to maximize efforts so that people are able to perform their tasks efficiently and effectively. It includes ensuring availability of raw materials, paying of wages and salaries, developing rules, regulations, and policies to guide the organizational activities and functions. According to Mary Parker Follett, management is the act of getting things done through people. Management, we say, is a process of planning, organizing, leading and controlling the efforts of organization members and of using the available organizational resources to achieve stated organizational goals. Management can also be explained as a process of getting things done effectively and efficiently through and with other people. Management is what managers actually do. Now let us explain what we mean by process. The term process is a systematic way of doing things. We define management as a process because all managers, regardless of their particular aptitudes or skills, engage in certain interrelated activities in order to achieve their desired goals. So we say efficiency refers to getting the most output from the least amount of inputs. It means doing the task right and refers to the relationship between inputs and outputs. For instance, if you get more output for a given input, you have achieved efficiency. So too do we increase efficiency when we get the same output with fewer resources. Since managers deal with input resources that are scarce, such as money, people, and equipment, they are concerned with the efficient use of these resources. Management, therefore, is concerned with minimizing and reducing costs. So Peter Drucker, one of the most respected writers on management, says, efficiency means doing things right, and effectiveness means doing the right thing. Effectiveness is also described as doing the right things. That is, those work activities that will help the organization reach its goals. Whereas efficiency is concerned with the means of getting things done, effectiveness is concerned with the ends or attainment of organizational goals. So we say that in an organization, the aim is to ensure that they are efficient and effective. Although efficiency and effectiveness are different terms, they are interrelated. Management is concerned then not only with getting things completed and meeting organizational goals, but also with doing so efficiently as possible. Good management is concerned with both attaining goals, that is effectiveness, and doing it so efficiently as possible. Who are managers? A manager is someone who works with and through other people by coordinating their work activities in order to accomplish organizational goals. How are managers different from operative employees? There is, particularly for traditionally structured organizations, that is, organizations in which the number of employees is greater at the bottom than at the top. Managers work in organizations, but not everyone who works in an organization is a manager. For simplicity's sake, we divide organizational members into two categories: operatives and managers. Who are operatives? Operatives are people who work directly on a job or task and have no responsibility for overseeing the work of others. The cleaner or security guard is an example of workers who may not oversee anybody's work. In contrast, management directs the activities of other people in the organization. Managers are therefore responsible for directing the efforts aimed at achieving organizations' goals. We look at the levels of management. Under the levels of management, we have 3 levels of management. So these 3 levels of management are first line managers, middle level managers, and lower level managers. Let's look at first line managers. First line managers are usually called supervisors, the lowest level in an organization at which individuals are responsible for the work of others. First line managers direct the day-to-day activities of operating employees only. They do not supervise other managers. For example, the foreman or production supervisor in a manufacturing plant, the technical supervisor in an automobile company. We look at middle level managers. Middle level managers, they direct the activities of lower level managers and sometimes those of operating employees as well. Middle level managers' principal responsibilities are to direct the activities that implement their organization's policies and to balance the demands of their supervisors with the capacities of their subordinates. There are those managers found between the lowest and the top levels of the organization. We look at top level managers. These are managers at the top of an organization. These individuals are responsible for the overall management of the organization. They establish operating policies and guide the organization's interactions with its environment. Typically, titles of top-level management are Chief Executive, President, Managing Director, Senior Vice President, etc. Actual titles vary from one organization to the other. What do we mean by managerial performance? Managerial performance is a measure of how efficient and effective a manager is. That is how well he or she determines and achieves appropriate objectives. Now we look at a summary of the 4 functions of management. The planning function encompasses defining an organization's goals, establishing an overall strategy for achieving those goals, and developing a comprehensive hierarchy of plans to integrate and coordinate activities. Let's look at organizing. Organizing is the process of arranging and allocating work among organizational members so that they can achieve an organization's goal efficiently. Leading function involves directing and coordinating the work of organizational members. When managers motivate employees, direct the activities of others, select the most effective communication channel, or resolve conflicts among members, they are engaged in leading. Now we look at the controlling function. Controlling involves monitoring the organization's performance. Actual performance must be compared with the previously set goals. If there are any significant deviations, It is the manager's responsibility to get the organization back on track. This process of monitoring, comparing, and correcting is what we mean when we refer to the controlling function. Thank you very much for tuning in to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button so that you'll be made aware of any new videos as we upload them. Thank you for watching.